All right, 100 gala. Looks like need to replace the lights on the front of the house. There's two in the garage, one on the porch, screen door. It's probably fixable. Just replace the hardware, the closers, and the door handle. It's kind of jacked up. Front door, we could probably just paint it. Have to paint the thing around the windows white. Change that brass plate to probably brush nickel. Put new hardware on it. Front porch is needing painted. There's a downspout missing on this gutter. All these bushes get taken out. Probably put a mulch bed here. House needs power washed. Roof. That bush needs to come out too. The roof is pretty much it's in bad. Well, that's right there is in bad shape for sure. The roof itself might not be in terrible shape. It's certainly old, original to the house, so it's probably past its useful life. But if we can repair that porch part and the rest of it's fine, I guess we're good. We got vine stuff that needs to come out of the siding. This piece of siding here is needs to be pushed down. The shutters are ugly and faded. I wonder if problem is if we take them off, we got holes in the siding. Maybe we get a different color. Freshen them up, maybe. Gutters need power wash. Bricks need cleaned up. Let's see. Mailbox. We need to put a new post in. That mailbox looks like it's about ready to fall over. So new post for sure. Mailbox, if it's okay, we could just reuse it. That. There's a couple of gutter downspouts like that need an extension on them where the pipe has sunk into the ground. That needs to be rebuilt. It's pretty much rotted down here. That stuff needs all thrown away. Looks like we need to put some new boards on this, the fascia and the soffit on this side. I never understand why people plant vines. Power wash this side of the house is pretty bad. This needs a little bit of cleanup. Might be able to use that board over there. Tires gotta go in the garbage. This thing needs swept out. That tire is the right size for my truck. Looks a little big. Kind of weird that these little tires are up here. Come on. Screen fixed here. Oh, look at that. There's another one up here. You can see that that triangle came off the house, and there's animals living up there. So we need to put a some sort of screen on that and try to put that triangle back in place. Another one on the other side of the house like that too. There's all this back here, all this metal from a trampoline. Grill needs to go away. Screens have some holes in them. Maybe there'll be snow by the time we sell this, but there's some this thing's dumb. I wonder if we put a maybe put a deck on here. I'll just leave the stairs. I suppose we could just change a couple of boards and paint it maybe. Let them build their own deck. Nice. Came pre-plumbed for a gas grill. That is in rough shape, but just leave it. Change the light. I think we just leave there's a bunch of dog crap out here. Leave the satellite dish. Check the AC. Definitely could use a little bit of dirt out here, level things out. Some dirt and seed and straw, especially all the way along the side of the house there, in this area. Things missing all of the insulation off of that. Definitely needs a good power washing. This clamp, some screws on it. Weird. That's where it comes up out of the ground, but kind of weird. Cheap way to protect that. Clean this out. There's a bunch of moss. Oh, it's insulation. Dumb. Should cut all that off of there. Clean out this window well. Another downspout that's raised up too high. Actually, the pipe sank. So we need to get that in there. That one's offset as well. There's another triangle that needs to be fixed. This pillar is loose at the top, probably not, yeah, it's not secured at all on the bottom, so that needs to be have some screws or something put in at the top, and neither one of these are secured at the bottom. Well, that one doesn't move though. They should have plates on them, but we won't do that. I'm not sure how we're going to secure that bottom down, but we need to tighten that or screw that top up. All right, walking in the front door here, it pretty much looks like we need to replace the door. This jamb is pretty well destroyed up there. It's got Gorilla Glue. Just don't know. A $300,000 house. Should we try to repair that or replace the front door? Even though there's no money in this house for anything. This is, so this house has, well, I think they're expecting the doors and trim to be replaced. This door's got some issues that need to be addressed. I don't know what we're gonna do because they don't have enough money here for anything. But theoretically, we're replacing doors and trim, so this whole thing is messed up. It's that piece is loose. There's buttons are all missing on this stuff, so needs to be reattached, wood filled, sanded. The whole thing needs to be cleaned and sanded and then painted. Which, if we do this, we got to do that one. So, good times. Somebody's gonna have fun doing that. And this handrail, sanded and painted. Screws removed from the wall. All of the vents covers need replaced. There's $0 in the projected budget for electrical. So I guess we're not doing anything. We're not touching any outlets or switches. Flooring needs replaced. Garage door, pretty jacked up. But there's no money to replace it. So I guess we're just leaving it. Garage. Remove that shelf. That looks like a couple of closet sliding doors from upstairs. That's probably the screen for this kitchen sliding door. To get that reinstalled. No. There's already a screen on that. I don't know what that's for then. Well, maybe it's garbage. A couple of screens there. We need to figure out where they go. All these shelves can come off the wall. We can probably just leave that bench and that pegboard. Who cares? Clean it up. Sweep out the garage, pull the nails. Kitchen. I guess we're just putting granite countertops on top of this stuff. So, cracked corner trim, the base, nasty base, missing toe kick. We got vinyl toe kick down there. We got missing toe kick there. Vinyl on that part. We got cabinets that are, the finish is wearing off, the inside's in rough shape, finish is wearing off. Almost looks like it's all been scratched up. Drawer slide's not working well. Interiors where there's water damage. That thing doesn't even have a bottom. Water damage. We got veneer peeling off. Water damage. Hey, that one's not so bad inside. That's like, I don't know what's going on there. I mean, it's basically, this whole corner's all jacked up. Drawers are, bottoms of the drawers damaged. That one's all jacked up too. But hey, let's just slap some granite on it, call it a day. Dingbats. Need new light fixtures everywhere. New trim. Laundry room, I mean the doors are, I did put money to replace the doors, so I guess we replaced the doors and the trim. So here is, got a leak. So I'm gonna go down the basement to shut the water off to the house. This is gonna have to be replaced. Oh, there's water on the floor. Good thing we're replacing the trim. It's painted. More screws to remove. I guess we could put new switch plates on. This thing, take the vanity out, put it in a different one. We're gonna have to repair the walls all the way around the vanity because we'll put one in that doesn't go from wall to wall. But that toilet, probably should replace that. Right there, I think we put a new valve on. I don't know if that's copper or it's probably CPVC. Put a new escutcheon on the wall. Put a new valve on, put a new supply. Light, new mirror. Change the doors. Shut the light off. Shelves look like they're okay. Just need to paint in there. Oh, that looks disgusting. I wonder if maybe we change the base trim on the first floor. There's a few spots like this where the trim's messed up. There's some over here on this corner. That's messed up. There's some over here. So I think we can just change the base trim on the first floor. Maybe we might have to change the casing too because it's a pretty thin profile. We might not be able to find base trim that fits behind that casing. So maybe we change the casing. Gosh, that over there too. Well, we don't have to change the base trim inside the closets over there. The closet and the bathrooms, we don't have to do that. But out here, but once we start taking this flooring up, the base trim's gonna be raised way up, so I think we do that. I think we need to pull up the floor. For some reason, there's a lip here, and that's gonna prevent us from doing one solid flooring all the way through here. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. So I think I'd like to see what's going on here. Once we pull this floor up and pull this transition, we'll probably be able to see what's underneath this sheet vinyl. The sucky thing about that is how the cabinets are set, although those cabinets are probably original to the house, so they're just probably sitting around whatever was original down there. But we got to figure out what it is, and because it'd be nice to not have to do a transition here in the flooring. But hey, we may be replacing those cabinets anyways. There's tape on the ceiling in here, Scotch tape. Just pieces, several pieces all over. All by that light above the island over here. All needs to come off. I think we'll just keep this door, just clean it, paint it, change the hardware, change the hinges. We need to change the weather stripping. That's all shredded down there. Door's dented, but whatever, paint it, clean it, paint it. Yeah, this casing's real thin. We're probably gonna have to replace the casing. Now, if we only replace the base trim, well, that depends on what we do with the flooring. But we can, if we can get away with just replacing the base trim from here around, then we just have to replace the casing here and here. And jeez, oh Pete's. I guess we got to replace all of it, all the way to that corner, and the casing around this door, all this base trim. This is fine here, the way this stops, and kind of stinks here. It's that casing goes up and wraps up the stairs. Suck. I really would like to just leave it all. Maybe we can leave it all. But depends on the floor. We're gonna have to, this is a thick floor. I bet that's almost 1/4 of an inch thick. So once we pull it up, you can see right there how thick it is. So once you pull it up, gonna have a gap. I suppose it's fine. We'll put the quarter round down. Caveat is that transition. Okay. We have to investigate that first, I guess. We need to investigate this first before we tear out the base trim. Won't be a big deal to replace it down here. It just really becomes a pain over here on the stairs. We might have to just replace only the piece that's on this wall behind the door and leave the rest of it that goes up the stairs there. These return air vents need cleaned and painted. Kind of dirty. That thing can be spray painted white. Pull it off the wall and spray paint it white. I guess we're leaving those because there's no money in the budget for that. Dirty outlets. All right, downstairs, we need to replace the base trim. We need to peel this thing off the wall. This cork's like glued to the wall. There's a piece of trim here needs to come off. Looks like they were using this for a dartboard. This can all just be, we're just gonna need to sand this whole wall before we paint it because it's kind of glossy. The carpet obviously needs replaced. Dog hair down here. Disgusting. This is hiding the water meter. That thing goes up in there that can be put back. It just needs to be sanded, painted. We need to, this corner's coming off. We need to attach both sides with something, some kind of screw that will hold that in. It's metal studs, so that needs to be self-drilling, self-tapping screws. And then we need to put a piece of corner molding on that. This this whole thing is missing. Oh, it's like it's individual pieces or something. Whatever we got to do, we need to put some screws in it. This needs to be reattached. Put the corner on, paint it all. That window is terrible. There's cold air coming through it. Needs to be cleaned. At least that's on the inside. Need to wipe it down, clean it. There's kind of moldy stuff going on there. Paint around it. Ceiling. What's going on? This is weird. The floor is weird. What I'm stepping on. Oh, I bet this tile or something is underneath the carpet here. Well, whatever's there, we need to pull up this carpet in the basement and figure out what's going on in the floor. This tile needs to be chipped up. There's like drawer slides underneath this little desk thing that need to come out. They need to be removed. That's a key one. Key one doesn't matter. Furnace. Water heater look good. AC. Hopefully that AC is good because there's no money in this doing anything here. There's a water softener here. So we need to make sure it's filled with salt. Ceiling is coming down here, so I don't know if I don't know what we do to it, to be honest with you. If we can figure out how to get these tiles to go back up, and I don't even know how they're attached. Weird. The whole thing is weird. Why do you finish this basement with this furnace hanging out right here? Strange. Totally strange. Why isn't this? Pipes. If these pipes were hugging this, you could easily build a wall here. This whole thing is dumb. I don't know, but it's mostly finished, so I guess we just try to fix the ceiling over here and paint the ceiling. There's a lot of nicks and things going on here, so paint the ceiling. We just need to change out these. These are probably just recessed hand trim rings. Yeah, so we probably can find an LED thing that'll fit up in there. And that'll be okay. Some pumps in here. Need to make sure it works properly. Thing is full. 17 is off. Basement lights, smoke detectors. That's why it's off. So the smoke detectors probably all need to be replaced. Sounds like there's a problem, clearly. So replace all the wired smoke detectors, make sure they work correctly. All right, the crawl space is it's pretty hard to see all the way in there, but we certainly need to clean it all out. Everything needs to come out of here. Looks like there's a duct that's sitting on the ground back there. Oh, there's the hand. That's probably the handrail for the basement stairs right there. So that needs to get pulled out, put back up, painted. All this junk down here needs to get going, get thrown out. AC line needs to be sealed off to the outside. What's looks like there's where there's a switch for that light. Oh, what's going on with that? But there probably should be a switch somewhere for it. This needs a door. There's no door to this, so I'm gonna have to make a closure for that. All right, upstairs we got lights to change. I think we can probably save the base trim up here. It's already painted. We're gonna need to pull this pergo flooring out. There's a crack in the ceiling here. Looks an awful lot like a water spot. We're gonna need to investigate that. Try to fix this crack. It's gonna be difficult to do with the stupid texturing of the ceiling. Unbelievable. We got a window here that is destroyed. This whole bottom is rotted out. These are, boy, that's really hard to see. It says Anderson high performance something or other. They're easier to see in the other room, but maybe we can get this thing replaced. This is pretty much, it's like a vinyl clad wood, and the wood is soaked. It's completely saturated. So figure out if we can get that repaired, that sash replaced from Anderson. Something that leads me to believe that these are replacements, because the way this casing has got huge nails in it. But maybe that's original. But it's pretty, these nail holes need to be filled and the casing painted, I suppose. There's a spot on the ceiling there. Guess we need to get the roof checked anyways. That railing and the board on the floor all need sanded and painted. Need a new ceiling fan. I guess all these, all this trim has huge nail holes in it. Yes. Closet, pull the carpet, paint everything. Well, I kind of think we're just going to be stuck with these doors. I don't know that we're going to have the money to do all the doors. If we got to do the cabinets in the kitchen. Oh, geez. That door's busted. Well, maybe we can get away with just changing out the slabs. Filling nail holes and painting everything. I mean, this stuff's junk, but slabs, I think, is what it is. Slabs, hinges, hardware, fill the nail holes, paint everything. So we're not taking out the doors and the trim. We're just going to leave it. It'll be a lot cheaper. Here, this light fixture up here, need to replace. This doesn't come on very well. Pull that carpet, paint the trim. Actually, just paint the trim, and then let the flooring guys pull the carpet, because then they'll know to put carpet there. Hooks removed. Windows will all need cleaned. Oh, this one's missing a screen, probably one that's in the garage. So there, it says Anderson High Performance IGCC registered CBA 16 MAC. And across the top it says CIG-1 2-00.7. Those are going to be ratings for the glass, but might help us to figure out that other window. Stars need removed from the ceiling. To paint that thing, I would just paint that trim, paint everything the ceiling color. Paint, so that whole thing gets flat white. This one needs sliding doors. Trim needs touch-up paint, brackets removed, blinds removed, windows cleaned, screen installed. It looks like we probably should change out all of these because they're all really kind of gross looking. That that needs changed. So these jams look like they're okay. They're just going to be nail holes and paint. This bathroom, tub, tile surround, I suppose. On that fan, cleaned it out. Clean and paint the fan cover. In here, oh, and medicine cabinet's rusted. These are like $10. New medicine cabinet, new vanity, hardware light. We need to repair the wall around the vanity because we'll not put one in that attaches to the walls. Change out the shower valve. We're the same in here. That spring's all needs repairing. This one, it's got a bunch of mildew with mold and stuff going on in there. Clearly there's moisture issues with these windows. Closet, that light, replace it with something LED brighter. Paint the walls, paint the trim. I need more of those. Fence replaced. This bathroom. And we get another one of those vanities I just got at Costco for in here. Double vanity, $800. Still have one. New medicine cabinet. Gonna need a new mirror because that one's failing. Couple new lights, toilet. Shelves need cleaned real good and then painted. Window cleaned and painted, remove the blinds. The fan, clean it out, vacuum it out, clean and paint the cover. Toilet, new hardware, new LED trim, and a new shower. Replace the pan, put in a new tile shower. New shower valve. We need to change that valve, change the escutcheon down there. So we need to clean that pipe off and put a new valve on. New supply line. Probably got to do the same thing in the other bathroom as well. We're also going to need to replace that floor mounted outlet. This also needs sanded and painted.